And now look at him, he's scared. He don't have shit to say. What's up with all that you were saying? How come you're not saying all that now? He's there, you can't even talk. He's all freaking, he's all nervous.
Bro,
he's all nervous.
Bro, he's just saying, you don't have nothing, bro. This is my fault.
I'm gonna beat the shit out.
This is my fault, you don't have nothing. This is my fault, you don't have nothing, man.
I'm gonna beat there's 3 weeks left to the fight. 3 weeks left to the fight. There's nothing you can do.
David Benavidez and David Morrell's rivalry hit a breaking point during an intense face-off that spiraled into pure chaos.
Yeah! You're not confident, Benavidez? Come on, bro! Let's get it.
David Benavidez and David Morrell have been trading shots for months, calling each other out and fueling one of boxing's hottest rivalries.
The fight you're making the most money.
In 3 weeks, you can do a change nothing.
Getting more money.
In 3 weeks, you can do a change.
Watch, they're all gonna cash out. Nobody's gonna be behind you.
Bro, you don't have power, bro. You don't have power.
It's on.
It's power, man.
You can do now.
You don't have power.
There's nothing you can do now. I'm gonna retire that. I'm gonna retire that.
You don't have nothing.
Stop saying all this shit.
That's it. That's it.
Their rivalry has only grown stronger, driven by a shared need to prove who's the better fighter. After years of tension, their upcoming clash feels destined. Two warriors finally ready to settle the score.
I want to see him break. I'm gonna beat the. Shut up, bitch. What do you mean? February 1st, I'm going in there, breaking out. Yo, keep fucking running out.
A heated face-off turned chaotic when Benavidez touched Morrell's belt, prompting Morrell to throw his own in retaliation. Security barely kept them apart as their grudge match continues to captivate fans. Both fighters are undefeated and have distinct styles, making this one of the most anticipated bouts of the year. Set for February 1st, 2025 at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, this light heavyweight clash will unify Morrell's WBA regular title with Benavidez's WBC interim belt. Jose Benavidez commented on the incident where David Morrell threw a belt at his brother during a heated face-off. He criticized Morrell for that impulsive and reckless action, suggesting it could have put others in danger. Jose questioned Morrell's credibility, implying that such behavior undermines the tough image he tries to project.
I don't know why the throw the belt. That's something you don't do. What if there would have been, you know, someone said he was a kid or something? You don't do that. And that's how you know he's not how he says he is. He walks around like he's from the hood, like he's gangster. He's like, none of that. Why are you gonna throw a belt? Why not pass the belt down to the side and go handle it?
At just 27, David Benavidez has an impressive record of 29 wins, 24 by knockout. Known for his aggressive style, he keeps constant pressure on opponents, overwhelming them with a flurry of punches. His powerful combinations and high pace make him an exciting fighter to watch. In his latest match, he defeated former light heavyweight Alexander Gvozdyk, further showcasing his dominance in the division. Former world champion Antonio Tarver supports Benavidez, citing his greater experience. Tarver noted that while Morrell is talented, his limited experience against top-tier competition may not be enough to match Benavidez's proven ability to handle tougher challenges.
I gotta go with experience. I like David Benavidez because of that. When you look at his resume, the guys he's faced, and you look at Morrell hadn't faced that many proven guys yet. You know, he passed the eye test, but when they step in that ring, I think experience is gonna lean toward Benavidez. Now, I will say this, if that fight gets tough, I think David Benavidez is gonna want somebody in that corner that truly understand what's going on right in front of him, that can also lend some critical information if that fight gets tough.
David Morrell, a 26-year-old southpaw, holds a record of 11 wins, 9 by knockout. Although he has fewer professional fights than Benavidez, Morrell's extensive amateur experience has provided him with a solid understanding of the sport. Buddy McGirt, a former world champion and respected trainer, weighed in on the upcoming fight between David Benavidez and David Morrell. He noted the skills of both fighters and predicted an exciting matchup. He said, "It's going to be interesting. Both guys will be tested. Morrell's a good boxer, but the later rounds will really tell." McGirt explained that while Benavidez may take a few rounds to find his rhythm, he becomes extremely dangerous once he reads his opponent's timing. He emphasized Benavidez's ability to throw devastating 20-punch combinations, which could create serious challenges for Morrell.
You know, Benavidez, it takes him a few rounds to get going, but once he gets going and he figures out your rhythm, you got problems. Once you start letting those 20-punch combinations go, you got problems. You know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting fight.
Buddy McGirt indicated that after the 5th round, the fight would hit a pivotal moment where the fighters' egos and determination would intensify, leading to a more aggressive and high-stakes showdown.
Of course, you know, they both got their pride, man. You know, they got that machismo shit going on. So after the 5th round, it's going to get hot in the kitchen.
You believe that David Morrell's not scared of David Benavidez?
I believe he's not. Now, what happens when he gets touched, I don't know.
David Benavidez also raised concerns about Morrell's commitment to drug testing, expressing frustration over his reluctance to cooperate with the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA. He stressed the importance of strict testing for fair competition.
They say that David Morrell, we're talking about a Betco, they say he was tested the whole camp, David Morrell was not tested, and after the fight, they didn't do no test, no drug test. Which is kind of odd to me, you know, but I really don't care about that. Even if it was on steroids, I'd beat the shit out of it. But, you know, if you're a dirty fighter, you will get exposed. You know what I mean? That's why they were making such a big deal and they didn't want to test. But dirty fighters will be exposed in this game, you know what I mean? And that's not good for the sport and it's not good for people, you know, to use steroids. So, you know, I'm not going to let that
Fans are split. Many believe Benavidez's aggressive style will overwhelm Morrell, while others argue that Morrell's intelligence and defensive skills will allow him to control the fight's pace.
So, I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, these are the high caliber fights that need testing. When I fought Demetrius Andre, we were testing 14 weeks out. You know what I mean? With this one, we barely started testing 9 weeks out. And it's not like I'm asking stuff that I didn't do myself. I mean, I've been tested more than VADA by anybody. I've been tested more than anybody. I mean, by VADA by anybody. You know what I mean? I've been tested over probably 40 times. So it's not like I'm telling them to do something I didn't do myself. You know what I mean? When I fought Caleb Plant, they wanted to test as soon as we signed the contract. So it's not like I'm asking them to do anything, you know, and then for them to act like, you know, we're making them do something that they're not supposed to do. You know, we're supposed to take VADA tests. You know, it's supposed to be clean boxing. Isn't that why VADA's in boxing?
Bredman Edwards analyzed David Morrell's physical maturity, noting he appears more developed than Brian Norman. While he acknowledged Morrell's brute strength in dominating opponents, he questioned whether Morrell has the mindset and tactical approach to defeat a skilled fighter like Benavidez. He said, "Morrell is physically mature, but I'm not sure he fights with the purpose to beat Benavidez. He tends to overwhelm opponents, beating them down like they're too small to be in the ring with him." Looney B, who has sparred with both David Benavidez and David Morrell, acknowledged Benavidez's talent but expressed that he wasn't impressed with his performances against smaller opponents. He stated, "I'm not hating on him. David is a phenomenal fighter, but I'm not impressed. He should dominate guys who are too small for him." Looney compared Morrell's physical attributes and style to Benavidez's, highlighting that Morrell is also large for the super middleweight division and has significant punching power.
David Morrell is big too. He's big for super middleweight too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's big, he can punch, he's slick, real got that Cuban style, what he Cuban?
Yeah.
Like real slick.
But offensive with it?
Offensive with it. And those styles are tough for anybody to fight. Even
the Mexican monster?
As the rivalry between David Benavidez and David Morrell intensifies, the upcoming fight promises to be thrilling. With their contrasting styles and personalities, this clash will test both fighters' strengths and strategies. Will Benavidez's size overwhelm the slick and dangerous Morrell, or will Morrell's speed and technique be too much for the Mexican monster? Don't miss this epic showdown. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know your predictions in the comments. Stay tuned for more updates and analysis as the fight approaches.